I'm Andreas Apitz. This is another jazz piano video of my series on one-hand voicings. Last time I introduced the A position voicings for the 2-5-1 progression in minor keys. This time I will use them together with a melody line or a walking bass line. I will play the voicings with the left hand and add a melody line with the right hand. In fact, it's the very same line I introduced with the A position voicings in major keys, only with 3 adjustments to meet the minor tonality. Let's recall the line for the major cadence. In the minor cadence, the 2 chord is now a half diminished or minor 7 flat 5 chord. Which means that we'll have to flatten the 5th in the line also. The 5 chord now is an altered dominant chord. Accordingly, we will have to alter the 9th, while in the voicing I opted for the upward alteration of the normal major 9th to the augmented 9th or sharp 9. In the line, I would suggest to flatten it to the minor 9th or flat 9 for better melodic flow. As both sharp 9 and flat 9 are available on altered dominant chords. The 1 chord now is minor. So we will have to adjust the 3rd of the line into minor 2. I would keep the major 7th in the line. It could be seen as part of a melodic enclosure targeting the root. Alternatively, if we consider it a scale tone and also take the major 6th of the voicing into account, the corresponding scale would be melodic minor. Here is the entire line played in time. I'd like to point out that I don't think of these lines as licks, but rather as of melodies which show the basic guidelines or voice movements that occur in the voicings. To demonstrate this, I will play the line again while accenting and holding the essential notes. If I reduce the line to these essential notes and play those which belong to the same chord simultaneously, the result is This is again the same main cadence that I introduced in former videos, only that the final chord is minor. Now I'm going to play line and voicings through the ascending circle of fifths. Playing everything in all 12 keys is of course easier said than done. In the second video of my Drop 2 Voicings for Jazz Piano series, I suggest a gentle way of going through the circle of fifths without getting overwhelmed that works for anything you want to make accessible in any key. Alternatively, I could play the voicings with the right hand and add a bass line with the left. I could use pretty much the same bass lines that are introduced in former videos of this series, with slight adjustments, as flatten the fifth where it occurs in the 2 chord and also the third on the 1 chord. But for variety, I chose another approach. Here are the basic principles again. As before, I will switch direction on every chord change. In the key of C, let's begin with an upward movement. 2, 5, then switch direction, 1. There is only one beat left from root to root. This time I'll consistently approach the next root by a chromatic step from above. Now let's say we will move via the descending circle of fifths with our cadences, the next key being F minor. For the whole bar of the C minor chord, I will move upwards to the next chord tone, which is the minor third on beat 2. Then scale-wise to the fourth on beat 3. Then add another chromatic step on beat 4. Then again, by half step, reach the root of the 2 chord of the next cadence, G half diminished. Here I would change direction again, this time starting with a downward movement. 2, 5, switch direction, 1. And again, approach the next roots chromatically from above. From the root of the 1 chord F minor, I will also move to the minor third on beat 2, but this time by downward movement. From here it's the same kind of movement as before, the fourth on beat 3, a chromatic passing tone on beat 4, and the next chord root of C half diminished on beat 1. And so on. Now let's put it into practice. I'd like to conclude with playing through the ascending circle, as there are some adjustments to be made on the bass line of each 1 chord. After the minor third on beat 2, I will choose the 5th on beat 3, then another chromatic passing tone on beat 4, and reach the next chord root on beat 1 by half step. It's A half diminished. In the following key, G minor, it would be the same again, just moving downwards to the 3rd on beat 2. Then, as before, the 5th, passing tone, next root, E half diminished. And so on. That's it for now. If you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up. You're also welcome to comment. And if you'd like to stay tuned to my weekly video posts, consider to subscribe to my channel. Bye. See you next time.